Well, some breaking news in our Sunrise Smart Start this morning. A burning car near the railroad tracks on Burroughs Street.
Yeah, still haven't gotten an official release from the fire department at this point, but here's what our crew found a little before 4 o'clock. That car left burned near the tracks. Once we do hear from first responders on scene with an official update, we'll share that with you on air and online throughout the day at rochesterfirst.com.
Also breaking, a man is in the hospital after being shot in the city. This around 2:15 this morning on Hague Street. The victim, as we know, is a 45-year-old expected to survive, but police tell us there's nobody in custody here, but call 911 if you know anything.
The Major Crimes Unit is trying to piece together what exactly happened just before a teen was found shot dead inside of a home in the city. That scene on Murray Street. The first calls came in around 7:30 p.m. Officers say the victim, a boy in his early teens, was dead when they arrived. At this point, they are only calling this suspicious. They are urging anyone with leads that could help to please reach out to the department and call 911.
All right, we want to check in on that weather for you. Make sure you're prepared before you get out the door.
Yeah.
On our checklist, coats.
Yes.
I forgot my gloves.
Oh,
don't be like me.
Right, yeah. Bundle up, I think, this morning. And you do see some very light snow showers out there. They're of no consequence this morning, so just know that you do have a few flakes around, but better chances as we get into tomorrow. Today is kind of a brief break before we get busier going into your weekend. The focus is really Saturday night. That's when we get evening snow, and you can do see temperatures drop below freezing, so that snow may accumulate. We'll glance at amounts as well as the rest of your 8-day forecast at the end of the show. Brendan, Michaela?
All right, thank you, James. For now, as we check sunrise traffic, just about 6:50 here. Crash report at Clifford Avenue and Newcomb Street within the last half hour. That's in the northeast side of the city. Over on the southwest side, getting close to the airport. At Aldine Street and Rugby Avenue, first responders on scene there as well. We'll check your sunrise traffic again for the final work and school day of this first week of the new year, coming up at 7:25. The Monroe County Sheriff's Office needs your help, looking for at least 5 people who could have vital information on a homicide in December at Trio Restaurant in Henrietta. Deputies released these photos from inside the restaurant from the early hours of December 17th. That is when 28-year-old Alyssa Taylor was shot. She died hours later that same day. No arrests have been made in this case. The photos we have here are also posted right now on the homepage of our website. And if you recognize anyone, you're asked to contact the Sheriff's Office with that information.
Rochester police confirm this surveillance video provided by a business near the Kodak Center crash appears to show that suspect, Michael Avery, and the vehicle involved in that tragedy after a New Year's Eve concert, the crash killing 2 concert goers as well as the suspect, and injured at least 9 more. 2 of those hospitalized are first responders, Julie Purik, a critical care paramedic, and her partner Davin Eshelman, an EMT. They were among the first on the scene and tried their best to save the lives of everyone involved. We are told that Purik is still on a ventilator while Eshelman has been discharged, still recovering though from that smoke inhalation. News 8 also speaking with one of their colleagues.
They're very hardworking. They've been partners for a while now. Davin used to be a dispatcher. He got his EMT. He's been on the road. Julie's a critical care paramedic. They're a great team together.
When you learned it was them who jumped in, were you surprised?
Not at all. They'll go above and beyond to do what they have to do.
Since Monday's incident, AMR Rochester has developed a new peer support group for its employees and an opportunity to help them at a moment's notice. We are also told that Purik, while still on that ventilator, is making good progress.
Last summer, there were numerous families of asylum seekers that started to arrive here in Monroe County, and they stayed, and now their children are attending our public schools.
Quite the big adjustment. So Ron Spitzer is following up now to see how the city school district is handling those new students halfway through our Rochester school year. Ron.
Yes, these are students arriving from various countries, including Chile, Peru, Haiti, and Venezuela. I spoke with Deputy Superintendent at the Rochester City School District, Ruth B. Turner. She tells me RCSD is in the process of registering and welcoming new students, though she doesn't have information on how many there are just yet. She did say that there are currently 114 students with live registrations as of now. These students and their families, like all RCSD students, have access to social workers and counselors trained to provide mental health support and help navigate the school system. In addition, organizations like the Ibero-American Action League have rallied to help. Here's what Turner had to say about how these students are acclimating.
We're still peeling the layers of trauma from the native native country, and being able to provide once the basic needs are met, once people are able to breathe and stabilize. We're just really focusing on supporting the mental health needs. So we're supporting them in the best way that we can, providing a lot of social emotional supports, trying to create a sense of community and families for them. Once they're in school, to a place of normalcy and a place where they can feel safe. So they're doing fairly well.
Turner says she doesn't know if or when there will be more incoming students, and in the past, RCSD has received days' notice for incoming families. Brennan, Michaela?
All right, thank you, Aram. The lithium-ion battery recycling company with a large footprint in Rochester faces yet another challenge. As LiCycle has been warned it needs to get those stock prices above $1 in 6 months. The directive coming from the New York Stock Exchange as LiCycle does not meet their listing standards. The company says that it does intend to solve this and consider their options. Stock prices took a massive hit for LiCycle in recent months after they had to push back construction on that new Rochester-based facility. The pause coming as a result of massively higher costs than originally projected. News 8 did speak with a local expert on the company's options. You can find that on our website, rochesterfirst.com.
Let's take you inside the huddle to close things out this Friday. Josh Allen has had a ton of success against the Dolphins throughout his career. 10-2 against the AFC East rival all time. In those 12 matchups, Allen has 39 total touchdowns and just 10 turnovers. He's thrown at least 2 passing touchdowns in every single game. In week 4, the Bills exploded on the Fins. 48 points there, that game at home. But was anything different from that day compared to what's coming up Sunday? Wideout Gabe Davis says probably not.
I mean, it's the same offense. We were just clicking. We clicked more than we did all season that game. I feel like it's that simple. I always had the same confidence I had when we were up, 48-20. Is the same confidence I had, when even when we came up short. I mean, I know what we're capable of, and I know what we can do. I know the players that we have, and trust all those guys fully. So I don't look at any of the games as if, I feel like we've always been the same offense. We were always just, there were some inconsistencies that, had to clean up.
We'll see if that happens and if Allen can keep up his success against Miami Sunday night, that primetime showdown for the AFC East. That and company will be there with all the storylines on Buffalo Kickoff Live. That's 11:30 Sunday morning from Hard Rock Stadium. You'll see it right here on News 8, your home for the Bills. And before you, feel left out about South Florida weather, looking at rain for the weekend. So sit at home. Right. Enjoy the snow and sit around for 12 hours Sunday waiting for that.
Yeah, you hope you go to Miami and you try to make a whole weekend out of it. But no, it looks like a lot of Saturday will have rain around. And our Saturday features snow, a couple inches, I think, as we get into the not overnight, really Saturday afternoon into evening time frame. But this is such a small amount for us compared to some other areas. Go to the southern part of the state, you're looking at half a foot. For us, an inch or 2. Higher elevations, that's who gets the 3 inches in my 1 to 3 inch range on the map there. Looking at your 8-day forecast, let's get through this system. I feel like I'm a coach in a football game. Let's focus on the opponent first, Saturday, Sunday, before the next one, Tuesday and Wednesday.
Don't look too far ahead.
Yeah, exactly.
You gonna shovel this weekend?
Salt. I'll lay it on the salt. Yeah.
All right, thank you, James, and thank you for watching Sunrise. We'll see you back here in 30.
Thanks for sharing your morning with us. CBS is next.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, Twitter, and on our app for news and weather.